As we post this video, summer 2022 in the Northern Hemisphere is just days away. If you are like us, you are planning some visits to the beach. With that in mind, we wanted to share with you a beach that we recently visited for a day, Tybee Island, Georgia. This island, located in the Atlantic Ocean at the mouth of the Savannah River, has sometimes been referred to as Savannah's Beach, as it is less than 20 miles from the historic downtown Savannah, Georgia. We have loved our short visits to the cobblestone streets of Savannah's waterfront along River Street. It is an amazing area, and we always heard from friends that Tybee Island was awesome too. We only had one day to check it out as we were traveling on our way to a wedding, so here is one day in Tybee Island. We started the day with a visit to the Tybee Island light station. We start by buying tickets in the gift shop. Tickets are $12 for adults and $10 for senior citizens and children to tour the lighthouse and other buildings on the grounds. The gift shop is in the light station's old three-car garage built in the 1930s and refurbished in 1999 to be used as a gift shop. From there, we visited the head keeper's cottage built in 1881. The home is furnished to look similar to how it looked early in its usage. An old icebox was recently returned to the property after it was stored in the basement of the final keeper of the lighthouse for decades. In 1907, the house's porch was enclosed to create the bathroom. Electricity was finally added in 1916. We toured the second assistant keeper's cottage, built in 1861. It contained a meeting room where a video was shown detailing the light station's history. The first assistant keeper's cottage is used as administrative offices for the lighthouse, and that one is not open to tour. We visited the keeper's garden, where food was grown for the lighthouse keepers. Then it was time to send our channel's drone, aka my husband Jack, climbing up 178 steps to capture the aerial view.
There was a brief line to get in, as they were only letting 8 or so people up at a time. In the bottom floor of the lighthouse, a volunteer described the first order Fresnel lens used still in this lighthouse today. And he also showed us the light bulb mechanism. The light has 2 1,000-watt bulbs. When the first one burns out, the light switches over to the next bulb, giving workers a chance to change out the old bulb. The light, we learned, is never turned off. The lighthouse required 3 light keepers to keep the light going until it was converted to electricity in 1933. The 178 spiral steps up to the top have a platform every 25 steps with a resting area that has a window to look out over the grounds along the way. This lighthouse was the third one that was built on Tybee Island. It was constructed in 1773 after the first was destroyed by a storm and the second lighthouse was swept away by encroaching tides. This current lighthouse was burned in 1861 by the Confederates in the Civil War, so that the Union couldn't use it. The bottom 60 feet of that 1773 original tower, though, survived, and following the Civil War, the top of the 145-foot tall lighthouse was rebuilt on top of the remaining bottom 60 feet that dated back to 1773. Once you're on the catwalk up top, you get beautiful 360-degree views of the entire island. The light at the top can be seen from 18 miles away. This is the oldest and tallest lighthouse in the state of Georgia.
Your ticket not only allows you to visit the Tybee Island light station, but you also get entry into the Tybee Island Museum across the street. This museum is located in Fort Screven. There are a couple battery buildings which housed weapons inside and had long-range cannons mounted on top. The first battery you get to is Battery Brumby, which is closed to the public. The museum is next door inside Battery Garland, opened in 1899. There is signage out front communicating the weighed-in protest against Jim Crow laws that prohibited African Americans from accessing the beaches in the early 1960s. Young African Americans were jeered by angry white beachgoers before they were arrested and eventually convicted just for going to the beach. Inside the building are exhibits about the island's early history with details about the lives of Native Americans, pirates, and English settlers who called Tybee Island home. There are exhibits about the role the island played in military history from the Revolutionary War through World War II. And there are exhibits about the island's resort era, when it was originally called Savannah Beach, through memories of the first resort on the island and a small amusement park that once existed there. From there, we went to the rooftop observation deck for a great view of the beach below. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please help us out by clicking the thumbs up button, for the algorithm.
Our next stop was the Tybee Island Marine Science Center, behind Battery Garland, right along the beach. Tickets cost $10 per person, ages 5 and up. This center has a number of live animal exhibits, where you can see rays, some turtles, including some adorable baby turtles. Some small gators, several types of fish, some crabs, and some hermit crabs. There were also touch pools. A school group was visiting while we were there, and they really seemed to enjoy the touch pools. There's a playground and some educational space, both indoor and out. There were a few interesting exhibits. And a loft was turned into an overlook area with a telescope to look out at the beach. There was a gift shop, too. This place was not very large. You can see most of the animal exhibits in this picture, for example. We were done there in about an hour, maybe a little less. But we found what is there to be interesting, and your $10 ticket does go toward animal care and rescue efforts, so you can feel good about that. We stepped out and walked onto the island's north beach. A boardwalk over the dune features a gazebo where you can sit a spell if needed. There's both a restaurant and a snack bar right along the beach. There are over 3 miles of beaches on Tybee Island, and they're divided up into 5 different beach areas. North Beach is near the lighthouse and museums and a shopping district. We'll show you one of the other beaches, South Beach, later in our day.
For lunch, we stopped at the original Crab Shack, which is advertised as a place where the elite eat in their bare feet. This place had a lot of unique theming and interesting things to see. We ate on their outdoor deck with a view of the river. Here's a look at their drink list. They also had beer and wine available. Here is their menu. You can pause the video if you'd like to read it in depth. They had an outdoor bar on the deck. We didn't go inside, so we aren't sure what the indoor seating was like. I ordered a mojito, which was tasty. Jack got a Coke. Each table had cocktail sauce, ketchup, and the yellow bottle is barbecue sauce. More on that in a moment. Their lighting scheme consisted of light bulbs hanging in apple baskets connected with bamboo. This place had a really cool, laid-back vibe that we enjoyed. We had great weather here, but there was also a nice breeze, which was strong enough to blow seeds and leaves from the trees onto us and onto our food, so we tried to guard our plates and cups from debris as much as possible. Jack ordered a barbecue pork sandwich. He really enjoyed it, though it featured a mustard-based barbecue sauce, which he doesn't remember ever trying before. He did like it though, and he got it with a side of smashed taters, which are potatoes that are not quite mashed. Jack's sandwich was $7. I got the Low Country Boil, featuring shrimp, sausage, potatoes, and corn on the cob for $18. This meal was pretty big for one person, but it was delicious. We liked the food, but it was matched by our great view from our table as well. This place started as a fishing camp and marina, then a small restaurant was added to serve food to people when they came in off the water. Now the restaurant is the main business, but in addition to feeding customers, they also have several other things you'll want to check out, such as a gator lagoon. There look to be about 15 gators in this lagoon. You can buy food to feed them at certain times. Jack wanted to do that, but we couldn't, as they said the cool temperature of late March had the gators conserving their energy, and as a result, they were eating much less. There was also a bird shack filled with about 8 or 10 exotic birds. These birds were fun to watch, and some could mimic human speech.
Yeah, I tried to get one of these birds to say like, comment, and subscribe so I could record it, but they were not cooperating. One of them did say stay connected, though.
Of course, there was a gift shop also. The gift shop and aviary are in the building that used to be the bait shop for the fishing camp. As we exited the gift shop, we ran into a couple cats who live on the property and had to stop and pet them because, of course, we were missing our cats.
From there, we drove around to see what else was available on the island. We found places where you can rent jet skis and kayaks and bikes for your visit. There was a dolphin watching tour boat. There's numerous seafood restaurants with fresh local seafood. And plenty of the usual beach souvenir shops. There are a lot of beach rental houses that you can rent for your family, as there are in most beach towns. We then headed to South Beach to finish our day on the island. There's parking along many streets with parking meter kiosks where you can pay to park using an app on your phone. A number of the beach scenes for the film Baywatch, starring The Rock and Zac Efron, were filmed right here on this beach. The beaches of Tybee Island have been included on several best beaches lists over the years. This south end of the beach is nearby several restaurants and some bars. If you're looking for nightlife on the island, this is your area. It also features the Tybee Island Pier and Pavilion, a popular place to fish, but also a location where a number of festivals, events, and concerts are held here each year. The pier has free admission, a snack bar, some picnic tables, and public restrooms. Nearby is the Hotel Tybee, which has operated in the area for 130 years. This particular building, though, was built in 1989. It was extensively remodeled starting in 2015, though.
There were a couple more things we wanted to see that are technically on Cockspur Island, located right next to Tybee Island, but they are attractions that people usually check out when visiting Tybee. One is Fort Pulaski, a military defense fort that was completed in 1847. The other thing we wanted to see is the area's other lighthouse, the Cockspur Island Lighthouse, which can best be seen by boat, but you can also see it from an observation area at Fort Pulaski. It's currently undergoing preservation work. We plan to check out these attractions next time we're in the area. There's another island by these two called Little Tybee Island. It is uninhabited, but you can reach it by boat, kayak, or jet ski and enjoy tent camping or bird watching on the island. Click the links at the end of this video to see a video about another beach we love in the area, Kalini Beach on Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. I'm Alice.
And I'm Jack.
Please click the subscribe button and notification bell so we'll be sure to see you the next time we're traveling through.